This is Dr. Cain. Today we're going to talk about big pink elephants. And make sure to stay around to the end because I'm going to share with you an awesome free resource that I've created just for you to help send anxiety to the curb really quickly, like 3 minutes or less. Okay, so let's get started. Big pink elephants. What is a big pink elephant? People talk about this all the time. They're like, there's the big pink elephant, it's really obvious, nobody's talking about it. Well, what do they mean when they say that? A big pink elephant is a big red flag that we haven't faced. It's something that is obvious and at the same time very difficult to see and sometimes invisible. And so the question is do you suffer from insomnia every Sunday night before you go to work? Or do you feel depressed when your partner calls? Or are you in a house where someone's taking advantage of you and you feel drained all the time? Is there anything going on in your life that might be a big problem that you might not be looking at? And so I want to tell you about pink elephants today, and I want to tell you 4 really important things about pink elephants to help you figure out what pink elephants might be lurking in the corners of your mind. And so number 1 is that pink elephants don't live in the city. They sometimes live in the country. And so what I mean by that is that they're not always obvious. Sometimes you have to go into the country, into the recesses of your mind in order to be able to see the big pink elephants. And sometimes you have to dig a little bit, and they may not be willing to just come out with what they're thinking or feeling or representing. So the first thing about pink elephants is they don't live in the city. You might have to go digging. The second thing is these guys take up a ton of space, and that means that the issues that they're representing are usually important or profound. They're not small and insignificant. That's why it's a big pink elephant. And so what in your life could be big or really important that could be an obstacle to you getting the life that you want? Sometimes these are relationships, whether they're friendships or partners or a loss of a relationship. Sometimes they're jobs or career paths that we've chosen or big decisions that we've made or health issues. What is that thing in your life that is taking up a lot of space that could be impacting your well-being that you don't know about, that you haven't looked at, that you haven't examined? And number 3 is that these big pink elephants are high maintenance. That means that they are expending a lot of your energy, that they're holding on to something, and it takes a lot more work to maintain that than it would be to just get rid of the pink elephant by letting it go. So a lot of times when we have these things that are holding us back from feeling well, from relieving anxiety, for helping us sleep, for reducing anger, for feeling calm on command, is that there's something that's burning our energy. It's burning the candles at both ends. What is it you're spending a lot of emotional time dealing with, coping with, or doing? And then the 4th thing about pink elephants is that they're really heavy. And if we don't listen to them, they can sit right on your chest and you won't be able to ignore it. Sometimes they're a little bit quiet and they'll kind of poke you with their chunks, and then if you don't listen, they get louder and louder. And so many people talk to me about how I feel it in my chest. I feel that pressure, and that could be your pink elephant. It's a lot to carry around. And so sometimes when we're going from doctor to doctor and we're talking about our anxiety or we're talking about our depression or our bipolar disorder or insomnia or whatever it is there a big pink elephant? Is there something that's getting in the way of you getting your life back? I have a client that I worked with several years ago where she had a big pink elephant in the room, and the big pink elephant was that she was in a job that she despised, but it made great money. And so she'd go to work every single day. She'd do this job. She hated every minute of it. As she went through the day, her stress hormone went up and up and up. And then by the time she was at home and trying to go to sleep at night, she was completely revved and couldn't sleep. She went to doctor after doctor. Chiropractors worked on structural alignment. Acupuncturists tried to unblock her meridians. She took tons of supplements. Her psychiatrist gave her sleep aids and benzodiazepines. And then she finally ended up on an antidepressant, and she felt terrible. She wasn't focusing on her job as well. Her productivity was going down, and then she felt more frazzled. So she came to me, and we were working on all these things, and I said to her, I feel like there's a big pink elephant. And so we started going through the elephant criteria. What is in the deeper recesses of your mind that may be bothering you that you're not looking at? What's taking up a lot of space? What's high maintenance? What's burning your energy, occupying your time, creating an emotional lack of bandwidth? And what feels heavy? What feels like a weight that you're carrying? And she ended up identifying that her deepest core fear was a fear of poverty. It was a fear that she wasn't going to have enough and that she was going to end up back where she was in her childhood when her family ended up being in a homeless shelter for a period of time. So she had been working this job that she hated because this small part of her, this little self, had this giant fear that was showing up throughout her life in the form of a big pink elephant. So in order to find your pink elephants, ask yourself a couple of these questions. Number one is, what is my deepest core fear? And what am I doing to avoid experiencing that fear from coming true? In what ways do I feel chained or tied down or inhibited from growing or doing something different? What could my anxiety, my insomnia, my anger, my grief, what could that be telling me? And drop in and ask your body, ask your wise knowing, ask your gut. What is my pink elephant? Where in your life are there holes? Where does the emptiness lie? And be in those emotions. They're little messengers for you. And instead of letting it get to the point where you're suffocated by this elephant sitting on your chest, if you go in and look at the holes and look at the pieces, look at what your deepest needs are, you're going to find that pink elephant. And then the next stage is to figure out what to do about the pink elephant. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Is we have a springboard. It's the Anxiety Breakthrough Wellness Springboard, and it helps you get calm on command. So if you're feeling frazzled and if you're feeling at the edge of your rope and you feel like you're about to blow your top and you don't know what to do, you need results and you need them yesterday. And so I created the Anxiety Breakthrough Wellness Springboard. It's totally free, and I'd love to give it to you because, babe, I've been there. I know what it's like to need results yesterday, and I want to help you. And so check it out. We'll make sure to put the link in the comments below. And then also make sure that you get into our Anxiety Warriors Facebook group. And this is an intentional community where you're going to get exclusive content. You're going to get a community of people that are advocates for you, supporting you. You don't have to do this alone. So let's talk about your pink elephants. Let's do this together. I'm looking forward to working with you and learning how I can support you better. My name is Dr. Nicole Cain, and if this video has been helpful for you or if you feel like it would be valuable for someone that you know and love, please click the like button. It helps change the Facebook algorithm so people can see this video, and then share it and let people know that there are answers to the worry of feeling like you're never going to get well, that you can have answers. You can feel like yourself again, and you don't have to exchange all of your time, all of your money, and all of your resources for results. You can do it quickly, effectively, and naturally. To learn more about me, you can go to my website, www.drnicolecain.com. I wanted to say hi to a couple of people that are on the live. With Francis Porter, my love, you are my soul sister. I'm so happy that you're here. Haley, thank you for being here. You are such an amazing advocate for our brand and for our team, and so I'm super grateful for you. And thank you everybody else who's been on these lives and supporting us and sharing the material. We couldn't do what we do without you. And so I love you, I honor you, and I'll see you again Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern. Take care, babes.